Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm doing another Twin Flame story week by week, another vlog, if you will. And I'm just bringing you an update. I'm actually filming this on Valentine's Day in the evening here at my home because I promised that I would talk to you guys about Valentine's Day. Let's chat about it. So I've got my tea here, right here. I just ate, so I have been off sugar for 48 days, give or take like one little piece of sugar here and there, but like rare, like I think 2 times in 48 days. Today, I had a croissant, almond croissant. I had a little bit of sugar in my coffee, and I made myself molten lava cakes today. They didn't turn out molten because I left them in too long, but I guess it was still chocolate. I mean, the good thing about molten lava cakes is that there's not too much sugar in them actually. So it wasn't super sweet, but I feel like the tea will cut away the sweetness that I'm not used to eating anymore. So tomorrow, off sugar again. Had to eat a little bit of sugar for Valentine's Day for sure. So I'm taking a sip of my tea because I'm still feeling a little sick from what I ate. Oh, that's not true because I had vanilla ice cream with Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream with the molten cake. So a little bit more sugar than my body is actually used to at this point. So Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is probably the second Valentine's Day I've spent solo, if you will, in many years and decades, I think. It's been many years since I've been alone for Valentine's Day. And you might be wondering, where's your twin flame, Michelle? Where did he go? I don't know. That is the question. We were back in communication. We haven't been back into communication for like 3 weeks or so, I should say, or so. And yeah, your guess is just as good as my guess is. So I decided to make today a love myself day to treat myself. So that's exactly what I did today. But that's kind of the segue of what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is that how like holidays in general, especially things like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, these really unique special holidays that some people could attribute to like, oh yeah, it's just the greeting card companies that started this all. And I really believe that, yeah, okay, that could be a reason. But I also believe that it does hold a lot more meaning for people than they care to admit, especially if you are on the lonelier end of these types of holidays where you're really feeling the void, you're feeling the loneliest, you're feeling like, oh God, I really wish I could be with somebody who I care about and whom I love and who loves me back. And so I can understand that for so many people, it's such a trigger. It's such a trigger. And it's like, it leaves this pit feeling in your stomach. And like, there was one point at which, and I did buy myself flowers, by the way, but I bought myself flowers yesterday. There was one point at which I had to make a run to Costco for other reasons. Also, I was going to buy myself a piece of jewelry, which I'm still going to do, but I'm going to do it online versus in the store. I had to take back a couple of things. I had to pick up a couple of things. And I did have a moment standing in line in the return line at Costco, which took absolutely forever. I don't know. Today was a day of forever waiting. I just felt like it was a waiting day today. But I did have a millisecond today where I was seeing like all of these people with their shopping carts, like uniquely exiting the Costco with flowers, roses, and chocolates. it was like one after another, after another, after another. And it did make my heart sink a little bit because I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, that really sucks. And I guess it's okay to admit to yourself that it sucks to be alone on Valentine's Day. It's okay to admit that to yourself. Like, don't deny yourself that little bit of disappointment or that little bit of sadness that you're not with your special person, you're not with your significant other during the time where you want to be. And and I also believe in, and this is something I adopted actually like years ago, not specifically for Valentine's Day, although there were years during the time at which I was married where Valentine's Day really wasn't anything special because I feel like the person I was married to at the time didn't really see it as something super special. So I was like on the receiving end of things. I was like, it felt like I was an afterthought, if you will. So, yeah, there were times even during being married that I felt like, oh, Valentine's Day feels kind of isolated and lonely. And that was more because the person I was married to just didn't really care about it. So, there's that as well. But an attitude I actually adopted years ago about birthdays in particular is that I always said, like, if I want to make my birthday special, I am going to actively make my birthday special. And the reason why I said that is because I was raised by a single mom. My mom oftentimes did not have a significant other. And I mean, she basically stopped dating when I was 14. And all throughout, like, even when my sister and I were very, very young, of course, like, we couldn't go to the store and buy mama gifts for her birthday because we didn't have a car, we didn't have money. And so I just remember my mom being like super disappointed when people didn't give her greeting cards, when people didn't give her gifts for her birthday. And just, she kind of went into this like depression of like, oh, well, I don't, like, she would say things like, oh, I don't really know how old I am because I didn't have a cake this year to blow my candles out or something. And it was kind of at that moment that I made the decision. I said, look, if I want to celebrate something, I'm going to make it a point to celebrate something. Whether there are people around me, whether there are no people around me, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make sure that I make this day special for myself if I want to celebrate something. And granted, it is more special to make the day with other people, to have this celebration with other people. But if you don't have other people around you, then you can celebrate with yourself or make it a celebratory moment for yourself to show yourself that type of love, that self-love, that self-respect, giving yourself what you want, giving yourself what you need. And for birthdays, I started doing this again in a way because the person I was married to for a very long time didn't really make such a big deal over birthdays. And it wasn't like, I don't feel as if it was because he did not care. I feel that it was because he didn't really see the value in planning something grandiose. He didn't see the value in going out and buying something. He almost saw the value in like, oh, hey, if you want this, let's go to the store and buy it. So it was like less of a surprise, right? And so because of like listening to that message growing up of my mom being continually disappointed during holidays, if other people did not show up in the way that she had expected them to show up, she became very sad. And so I made the decision, I'm not going to be sad on holidays. That's so stupid. I can make myself happy. I can get things for myself. I can make myself a cup of tea. I can go to the French pastry shop and get a French pastry for myself on my birthday, on Valentine's Day. And so I just made the decision that that is what I wanted to do. And I'm not going to wallow in self-pity over nothing. You know, it's silly for me personally. It's silly to do that when I can show myself the love. And that was a learning curve that it took years to really learn. I did this for birthdays, for Valentine's Day, which is more like a love, romantic couple holiday in a way, right? That's what everyone portrays it to be. It took me a while before I could accept the fact that, oh, well, even if I am alone on Valentine's Day, I can make it special for myself. I can make it special because even when I was married, or even when after I was divorced and I was a single parent at that point, it was all about the kids. It was all about buying the Valentine's cards so the kids could bring them to school, making the cupcakes so the kids could bring them to school, volunteering at the Valentine's Day parties for the kids' school. So it was even less about me and my needs. It was all about the kids. So it's really interesting. For the past 2 years, it's been, I'm going to do what I want to do. Thank you very much. And I'm going to make it special for myself. And so, I mean, we talk on this twin flame journey a lot about self-love, right? We talk a lot about self-love. And this is just another way in which you can express the self-love for you. And I talk about like planning stuff for yourself to show love for yourself. The most amazing thing that recently happened to me was that on my birthday in December, this last birthday that I had in 2021, I planned this party at this place to sing karaoke. And it wasn't like I had planned it. The event was planned through a group that I go to. And because it was already scheduled and I noticed it was the day prior to my birthday, I was like, hey, you know what, guys, we're going to make this about me. We're going to make this about my birthday. And I'm going to bring treats and cupcakes and we're going to celebrate my birthday. And, the most fantastic part about that was at the beginning of the night. So I posted that, right? I posted like, we're going to make this day about me. It's my birthday. I'll bring everyone cupcakes. And what was awesome is that like most of these people in this group, I did not know. I knew a few people. I did not know more than half the people that were there. And I can't tell you, because I declared it, because I owned it, because I said like, look, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. We're going to make this about me because it's my birthday. I want people to celebrate with. And I'll bring treats to show you guys that I care. People were so kind. Like these were strangers, like perfect strangers, that they were so kind. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but people were buying me my drinks. Somebody bought me dinner. And the icing on the cake is that I randomly ran into my twin flame at that event on my birthday. And so the random happenstance, total random happenstance. So it was like crazy. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy birthday. It was like so unexpected. But it was all because I decided to celebrate myself, right? It was all because I decided to show myself enough self-love to go to that event, even though I really didn't know many people, to post on the event that it was my birthday and that I was going to celebrate, and whoever's with me is with me. And because I celebrated myself and I didn't like sit around and like, I could have just sat at home and been like, why isn't anyone organizing anything for my birthday? Why isn't anyone like calling me? Instead I just decided to take ownership for my own happiness and my own strength and my own self-love. And I'm not saying it was easy. It wasn't easy because honestly, the day before, I hesitated. I said, am I really going to go to this event? Am I really going to like go and put myself out there and be the center of attention in a way that like other people knew that it was my birthday, even though they don't really know me? And I really did. I hesitated, but I was just like, no, I actually deserve this. Like I deserve to celebrate myself in my life, even with strangers, right? There were a few, like I said, there were a few people that I've known for a while, but very few. So I think on this twin flame journey, like when we cross these milestones in a way, it can suck. It can suck big time. And even this morning, early this morning, so again, I'm recording this on February 14th, 2022. Early this morning, I was woken up at 5 a.m. with a thought. And I woke up with that thought that said, all right, angels, I'm kind of sick of this. Can you send me a soulmate instead? And my angels and yeah, like I am telling this to you that I have those moments. I have those moments of like not doubt as much as super frustration. And they're fleeting, right? Those moments are fleeting. Those moments last maybe a couple of minutes and then they go away because I know I'm destined for this path. But it was funny because I did have a conversation with my angels and my guides early this morning. And I was like, could you, like, I'm just tired, like I don't want to sit around and wait for this to unfold. Like, can you just send me a soulmate, please? And the answer was no. They were like, no, your person's coming. So just sit tight. And I was like, I've been sitting tight. I've been sitting tight. But yeah, so like for all of us on this journey and like just in general, right? But like for all of us, especially on this real spiritual journey, when we're called to such a higher purpose, when we're called to such a higher calling, we're called to be warriors in a way. Like we are really truly called to be spiritual warriors. And because we're called to be spiritual warriors, it can get frustrating at times, especially in these key moments when you're standing in the return aisle at the Costco and you're seeing all these people exiting with their roses and candy. So I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that you should sit back and just be like, yay, I'm alone for another holiday. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying is put things into a little bit of perspective. And yesterday when I posted, so it was today, but when I'm posting this video, it's going to be yesterday. Yesterday, when I posted the reading, the weekly twin flame union energy reading, there was a moment in the reading that I believe it was for both divine masculines and divine feminines, but there was a moment in the reading where it's like, express and feel love in all of its aspects. Like we think sometimes that because we have this vacuum in our romantic lives, right? We embark upon this spiritual journey and we're these spiritual warriors trying to heal ourselves. So then we can help move the energy upwards to help heal the planet. We think, oh, I now have to sit here in a vacuum and wait until my divine counterpart finishes their spiritual work. And so I literally feel like I am in the airport on the tarmac waiting to take off. And the flight has just been delayed another 2 hours or 2 years. And it's like that itchy feeling that you're getting of just like, could we just take off already? Like, could we just take off? I've prepped, I've packed, I've gotten the cat sitter, I've done all these things. And now we're just sitting on the freaking tarmac. Could we just take off? And for some of you, sitting on the tarmac has been like 2 years. Some of you, it's been 4 years. Some of you, it's been 10 years. You're just waiting on the freaking tarmac. And you're like, why am I still sitting here? And so I think that when you reach that point, it can get really, really tough to move beyond that. And part of where I reached to between last night and today was I don't want to wait on the tarmac anymore. Like, I don't want to be there in this holding pattern anymore. Like, I'm done with the holding pattern. And I think that it's not the fact that when you're done with the holding pattern, it's not the fact that you're abandoning the journey. It's not that. It's almost like I've mentally, emotionally decided that moving forward in life means moving forward in life. And what it does mean is that this feeling of a vacuum, this feeling of a void, this feeling of something being not quite right, because in order to complete the soul path, the soul contract that you're destined to complete, you do need your divine counterpart to complete certain aspects of it. And I know some of you are going to disagree with me. I get that. There are some of you out there that do not agree with that. And I get that. That's fine. You can disagree. But everything that I have been told, everything that my sister has been told separately, like not channeled from the same place or the same space or the same time, has been the same. It's not that you need to stop living your life. You don't stop living your life. I am not stopping living my life. I'm moving forward with my life. But the imagery that I got is like, you can move forward in life and you can forge forward on your path. But at some point, in order to really ignite and complete your soul contract, it needs to be you and your twin flame side by side, looking out into the horizon together, and then moving forward on your path together. And that's where it needs to come to. So that was kind of my struggle this week. I know, like, it's not like all rosy. It's not all rosy. I'm telling you that right now. It's not rosy. It's been a little like tough moving through those thoughts. It's been tough moving through the feeling of, again, being stuck on the tarmac. Like it's a tough feeling to have to feel that. And it's a tough feeling like, even though I don't want to sit there and wait on the tarmac, I still kind of have to sit there and wait. And it's almost like the difference, I feel like, in a way, it's almost the difference between sitting on the tarmac, waiting for the plane to take off, and you're delayed another 2 hours. And then you decide, I'm going to clean out my email inbox of 5,000 messages on my computer. And then during that 2 hours, you get so incredibly absorbed deleting those 5,000 emails from your inbox and your computer that you forget that you've been waiting there on the tarmac for 2 hours, versus sitting there on the tarmac for 2 hours and a delay. And you're like getting upset about it. You're getting angry about it. And you're just like, I can't stand this anymore. And so I think the shift that has happened for me, now, again, this has been less than 24 hours, right? So I'm not telling you it's going to stay this way. But the shift that has happened for me is more, I have to be on the tarmac anyway until my twin flame decides to, take massive action. It's more about that. It's not about the breadcrumbing. And we've talked about that in previous videos. It's not about the breadcrumbing. It's not about the hot and cold. It's not about the on again, off again. It's about taking massive action, right? Massive decided action forward. I've kind of decided, okay, if I have to wait on the tarmac anyway, then I'm going to go through my 5,000 email inbox and just delete the emails I don't need anymore, right? It's a much better use of my time to do that than to sit there on the tarmac just fuming about something that I can't control, right? So that is my very, very, very long message for my twin flame story week by week. Sorry this took so long, but I'm hoping it helps some of you out there just to feel a little bit better, knowing where we all are, where some of us are on this journey, or we're just where I am. I mean, Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one waiting on the tarmac. I don't know. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. Thanks for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can join a boot camp or meditation course. You can also join my group coaching. The link is below. And I will see you in the next video.